With the current government, there was a promise that we're gonna get further battery discounts.
They are offering $2.3 billion towards.
Are there any limits on the battery size that I can install?
Limits are your battery has to be between 5 and 50 kilowatts hour.
Can I install any battery and still claim the rebate?
Yes, the point is, should you install any battery?
The battery needs to have capability to connect to VPP.
That's true, but I want you to understand why it is that so. I'm Tommy.
And I'm Yury, and this is Solar Samurai.
After helping families across the east suburbs of Sydney taking control of their energy bills, we saw the truth. Solar isn't just about panels. It's about peace of mind, protecting your home, slashing your bills, and giving you freedom from rising energy prices.
We're here to cut through the noise, expose the problems in the industry, and help you to make smart, clean energy decisions.
Ready to become a solar samurai? Let's go! How can you drop $5,500 on your solar battery installation?
Hey Tommy, so with the current government, there was a promise that we're gonna get a further battery discount starting from 1st of July. What can I expect as a customer?
Yury, we are so excited to live in this moment. Government is very concerned about reducing the cost of living, and as a main action, they are offering $2.3 billion towards bringing the prices of battery down, right? So what you can expect right now is about extra 30 to 35% drop in the battery installation cost, which is great.
It is great. Do I need to do anything special in order to qualify for that rebate?
What you need to do is to get in touch with a reputable installer, because you don't want to risk to burn your house. And then they are going to claim their rebates for you.
Okay, so what you're saying is all I need to do is to get back to a reputable installer in my area, and they will do the rebate for me, and I don't need to do anything else. That works for me. But what if I have an existing battery and it can be expanded? Can I still claim the new rebate?
Yes, you can. So the new battery rebates program apply to any household. Even if you don't have solar, we can install solar for you. If you already have batteries, we can stack more units and claim the new rebates. How the new rebates work? You get about 30% discount on the price of the installation, right? What that means, in 10 kilowatts, you get about $3,300 discount on top of your battery installation.
Great. And what in terms of New South Wales rebate that we have at the moment, is it still applied on top of the new upcoming rebate?
That's a fantastic question. That's even the government, they're asking that too. That we won't be able to reply that until the new energy minister is appointed. What we are assuming here is, in the best case scenario, we can stack state rebates that came last November as well as the federal rebates together. So we are assuming that, right? But not until the new energy minister is appointed, we'll be able to have a full resolution on that. And then we are going to post here in first hand as soon as we have the information available.
Are there any limits on the battery size that I can install? I've heard there was some imposed, just not sure what they are.
Absolutely. Limits are your battery has to be between 5 and 50 kilowatts hour. My advice for you, the bigger you go, the more rebates you get. Batteries is a financial investment. The batteries today, they not just take the energy from the solar and then you can use it during the night. It's a lot beyond. The batteries, you can buy power from off-peak rates, and then you can even sell on peak rates. You not only save the power that you buy from the grid on peak, but you can sell it. So if you have some extra storage, you can actually make money. And guess what? The bigger the battery, the bigger the rebate.
And what about, can I install any battery and still claim the rebate?
Yes, you can install any batteries and claim the rebate. The point is, should you install any battery? The answer is no. right? What's quite important here is communication. We should not look at the battery as something that like a television that you buy and you plug in your PowerPoint, right? The battery needs to be connected with an inverter, right? Hence, when you have the battery operating, you should communicate with the grid. So what's key in here? Battery in the inverter or in the whole solar solution should be under the same brand, so you get good communication and hence you get good results.
I've heard when it comes to this discount, the battery needs to have capability to connect to VPP. Is that so?
That's true. But I want you to understand why it is that so. Right? The reason the government is giving away $2.3 billion is because the government wants to bring down the cost of electricity for the whole country in a holistic approach, right? A battery that can connect to a VPP, it can service the whole community, make the solar energy available for community. If a battery is not VPP ready, what happens is the battery can only service one specific household and that defeats the purpose. Does that make sense?
It does, thank you. And so what you just said is that I can install the battery and claim the rebate. And this is all good for myself as a homeowner, as a residential customer. What about commercial customers? Can they still install the battery and claim the rebate?
Yes, answer is yes. Different to the other program that came last November, the state rebates for battery doesn't apply to commercial, but the new model does apply for commercial solar as well.
Fantastic. Okay, so I can use the rebate as a commercial customer as well, which definitely puts my business in a upper end of savings. Now, when it comes to claiming the rebate, I've heard that it will start to decrease from the new year. Could you please explain how this works?
The federal battery rebate introduced by Albanese is going to be claimed the same way as the penny rebates. Right? So most people is already familiar with the penny rebates. The idea is the penny rebates drop every year until in 2030 there is no penny rebates anymore. So for simplify the process, the way we solar installers are going to claim the battery rebates is going to be the same way as penny rebates, meaning every year it drops about 13%, and then when it comes 2030, the battery rebates, same as penny rebates, is going to be zero.
Thank you. Tommy, for those of us lucky enough to live in Randwick Council, I've heard there is an additional discount that the Randwick Council gives us. Could you tell us more what people can expect?
I couldn't be more excited. I lived in Maroubra for 8 years now, and now I'm able to offer to everyone around battery with over 55% discount. The reason being, we can possibly and hopefully we can stack up federal, state, and the council rebate altogether. About the council rebate, I work very closely with Randwick Council, and I was affirmed that the battery rebate can be stacked up with the local council rebate, which is great news. So the battery has an extra $1,000 rebate coming from Randwick Council, and this battery rebate model applied locally also is being spread out across Sydney. So other councils such as Coringay, they've been copying the same model as the Randwick Council. So in different areas in Sydney, you have extra rebates. So you better to check with someone with reputation and someone that knows their stuff, so you can get some extra rebates there.
So when it comes to the government discount, we can apply to residential properties. Do businesses get a similar deal?
The answer is yes, and that's a very exciting topic for lots of business owners. Recently, I got approached by a restaurant that just runs a dinner, and she approached me asking me for installing solar panels. I said, doesn't make sense because the solar only generates power during the day, so ultimately you are going to produce in solar and you are not making the benefit. But now I'm very, very happy to announce to this client that runs a dining restaurant that the battery rebates applies to her, making solar energy affordable for everyone that has a business and that operates during the night.
Tommy, last year when I was assessing a price of a battery, it was roughly about $1,000 per kilowatt hour. And obviously, as technologies evolve, the batteries become cheaper, and now we have those amazing rebates and discounts coming from all sorts of government, local council and your state government. What should we expect as the total discount for the batteries this year comparing to last year?
Let's put in numbers. Our most popular battery has about 10 kilowatts hour of storage. Last year, 10 kilowatt battery, you just mentioned, $10,000.
Yes.
From July, we'll be able to get, considering the best scenario, $1.2 thousand from state rebates, $3.3 thousand on new federal rebates, and hopefully you in Randwick Council, somewhere where there is council rebates involved, an extra $1,000. So you'll be able to get $5.5 thousand savings on your battery installation. That brings down your full price to $4.5 thousand versus $10,000 last year. It's a solid 55% discount. Solid, isn't it?
I would say that's the great money to put back into your mortgage or invest into your kids' education. Why wouldn't anyone want to save it?
Yury, when I go to the Coles, and I checking the shelves for my protein bars and it's 50% off, you know what I do?
You buy.
I just stock it up, right? So my point to you, why you the homeowners should be waiting until the supplies is run out, or until the supplies goes up in price, or until we booked out, or wait for 6 months. Why they should be waiting for all that if they can get now and start savings? In 6 months, they might save another $1,000, right? So get it now.
That's a very good point, Tommy. When I think about these battery rebates and how people are going to buy batteries to use it, I can see there's going to be a lot of fear of missing out from 1st of July until the end of the year when rebates will decrease. We do expect there's going to be a lot of customers buying batteries straight after 1st of July. And I would assume installers will be busy, companies will be busy selling, and will be short of stock. What would you advise to people to do if they want to avoid that stampede we're going to have coming 1st of July?
Action now, right? Why are you going to wait to go Coles next month when there is no stock available anymore, right? So your best approach is go now. Start doing your diligence. Look who is the best installer. You don't want to get a crap installer, right? All the good installers, they are going to get booked out 6 months in advance. We are living a very unique time in history. This won't happen again. So you better get in touch now.
This is all I wanted to know about the new battery rebate and what should I do in order to get the discount. If you have any comments, put them down below and we'll see you next episode.